Hello, hello, hello. This is Sena your resident DIYer at FlaVR. Hi. Hello. We get the chibi Sena today, courtesy of the wonderful and talented, the adjusted one, my papa. And I have it rigged up pretty well. I can show you some. Or 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 I could do hello, hey, hi, it's in a bonbon. And I'm here. Or bonk. So hello. Hi guys. Hello. Small Sena. Cause they have y'all. Yeah. Throwback to the roots. Just the apron. Hey. Hello. Wait, Sena, where is your tool belt? This is back to Sena 1.0, where it's just the apron. Just the apron. What do you think? Kind of crazy, huh? Kind of crazy. The freckles are pretty cute, not gonna lie. Do you have some complaints? I hope not. It's a work apron. It probably has pockets. Yeah. Yeah. Pockets. Okay. Oh my, I think I see the tan lines. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Actually, yeah, you do. When I took off the apron was a removable thing. And it was just a nude me with tan lines. And I thought to myself, what kind of father draws his own daughter naked? Like, who does that? For shame. It wasn't lewd, though. It was just, it wasn't. Curse, you need a new dad. Okay. You're fine. Not a good joke, sorry. Okay. All right. What are we talking about today? Wow. Hyper detailed chibi. No. I regret nothing. Okay. We are going to be discussing meal prep. So I'm gonna take us out of the bunker. Say bye, bunker. Say bye, supposedly woozy. Yeah. All right, let's go. We are. Hello. I'm here. Hi. Okay. Don't me with that hammer bonbon sizzling. Okay. Bonk. Best behavior. All right. Hi, Nyana. Sweet home Alabama. No, let me stay here. I feel safe here. We're here there. We're there still. We're just in like the wood shop part. Okay. Prepping with Sena. Here we go. Yes. Prepping time. Okay. So, as you can see, I got a professional PowerPoint for you today. We have meal prep. Let's eat. A dive into how to better care for yourself. Okay. All right. Making food in woodshop Naruto. This is the table of contents. This is all that we'll be covering today. What are you prepping? How to shop and stock for your prepping. The best foods for reheating. Prepping veggies, prepping meat. Carbs versus starches. Best meals to prep and recipes. You know I can't do a cooking stream without some recipes. Okay. Next to some light, please. Thank you. All right. What's it for? What are you prepping for? Okay. I want to reheat. Okay. This changes what you're making, as now the main goal is to make something that tastes good, microwaved or cold. Generally speaking, if you're reheating something, you usually don't have access to like a cooktop or an oven because usually you're at work, right? So this is with that in mind. The obstacle obviously is going to be the microwave. A lot of times when you nuke food, it loses a lot of its textures, like crispiness, crunchiness goes away. Okay, so these are the things that I think personally don't reheat well in the microwave. Personally, I don't think steak does. I like a nice hard sear on either side of my steak, and that nice crispness kind of loses itself, right? I think anything fried, chicken, pork, anything deep fried in a batter is just not gonna work. French fries, just not gonna work. Reheating it, it loses it, it becomes flimsy. Nobody likes soggy French fries, and if you do, you're broken. You're broken. You're broken. Oh gosh. Steak is good microwaved if you like rubber. Exactly. It rubberizes things. So things that can be reheated, we'll cover that soon. Don't worry your pretty little head, chat. We'll cover it. But those are the things I don't think do well in the microwave. Personally. Yeah. At least curry gets better after it's frozen. Yeah, a lot of things can be better over time. So yeah, it's really just a bit of a gamble and learning what you like and your preferences sometimes. So, okay. I want to cook fresh. So let's say you're prepping stuff for your dinners for when you get home. Well, you don't want to spend forever chopping up things, frying up things. You might want to have those things kind of pre-prepped. So that way, after a long, hard day at work, say you had a really rough day at work, you're not sitting there slaving away for the kitchen. You can just plop it in a pan and call it good. So, this is super, super easy, except it's pretty heavy on the prep side of things, like slicing and dicing and marinating, spice rubs and things of that nature. But it's worth it in the end. It's worth it in the end. Then you don't always have to do the crock pot meal of letting it cook forever. You could just have it ready and then just throw it together and it's a fresh meal just for you. Next meme. Gumbo is great to reheat. Yes, most Cajun food is pretty good to reheat. Next meme, please. Thank you. Okay, stocking up. What are we stocking up on? Okay, when we go to the supermarket, what are we generally looking for prepping things? I would say frozen meats and veggies, or if you're like me and you get your things from a butcher, you can get things vacuum sealed from them ahead of time and then freeze them. Or you can always, with hamburgers especially, because when I go to the butcher, they give me like a twist tie bag of hamburger meat, and it's usually like 20 to 30 pounds, so which is like a big bag of meat. And so I'll separate them into pouches and vacuum seal them myself, and then freeze them. I try to get them as flat as possible, and then I'll freeze them standing up in my chest freezer. So that's a really good way of doing that. Obviously, it's nice to cook with fresh meat sometimes, but this is not that stream. This is your prepping stream. You're a prepper now. You were in the bunker, and now you're a prepper, okay? I'm changing your minds. Okay, and then for veggies, I think for the most part, most veggies are better frozen than canned. Green beans being one of them. They've not been cooked down really. They're just nice and crisp still. You can still get them long cut with the ends on even, if that interests you. I think corn is also really good frozen. Oh, especially peas. Never, ever, ever buy canned peas. No. Gross. It's mush. It's mush. So you could do that. And then for like doughs, say you go at home and you're like, I really want a homemade pizza. Well, guess what? You left your frozen dough out on the counter all day, and it's finally thawed enough to just be stretched out and topped with toppings. You did it! So I like buying pre-made dough. I leave the dough making to the professionals. I'm looking at you, Minna. Okay? It's not for me. I don't have the patience. I will buy pre-made every time, and I will let it defrost on my counter all day. And by the time I get home to it, since I keep my house really cold, it's usually just about room temp. Yep. You could also buy frozen phyllo dough, frozen puff pastry. You can even buy frozen bread dough and make your own fresh bread. Frozen's never a bad option in that regard. Oh, and if you like if you like the nostalgic type stuff, I love getting the garlic Texas toast. Sometimes I just crave it. Yeast rolls are really great to buy frozen in a pan. Yeah. Frozen pre-made doughs. Don't knock it till you try it. Same with pie crust too. Frozen fresh bread. What if bunker has no freezer? Listen. You gotta have a hamster-powered freezer in the bunker. Okay, and then there's freeze-dried and canned. I think canned corn or canned baby corn's all right. Canned watercress, things like that. But a lot of the greens canned is not great. Canned beans is great. I mean, you can always get them dry, but it takes a lot longer to cook dried beans. And sometimes there's like an error issue where you have to cook them right or you'll die. Okay, maybe not die. That might be an exaggeration, but like kidney beans have to be cooked a super specific way. I'm not gonna do that. This is lazy prepping, okay? I'm not doing it. I'm buying it in a can. Screw you. Malcolm Liang, welcome to the Villainverse. Hello. Dry beans, love. Ooh. I'm not soaking them all day, coming home and boiling for like 2 hours. No, I'm trying to have my food now. And then obviously freeze-dried mushrooms. I'll never buy canned mushrooms because I love myself. Let that sink in. But freeze-dried is good because you can parboil them to soften them up, and then slice them and cook them dry. Or you can cook them in a little bit of grease or butter, whatever you're cooking veggies-wise, and they'll soften up over time with the other vegetables and be infused with the flavor, which is really, really, really tasty. Pressure cooks them as fast as boiling pre-soaked beans. Listen, I don't have a pressure cooker. So, yeah. If you have a pressure cooker and it works for you, then do what works for you. And then there's dried goods. You can always get pastas. I know they make freeze-dried like ravioli even. And shoot, what are they called? They're not the raviolis. They're the small ones. The small ones. The smaller ones. Anyway, you can use that for pasta, for orzo, for rice, for quinoa, for anything. Any sort of dried noodle, dried starch carb. Yeah, I think you can even get dried gnocchi, although that seems like a sin. I think. My favorite dried noodles are gonna be bucatini, which is like a spaghetti noodle with a tiny pinhole through the center, so there can be sauce soaked in and on top of it. And then angel hair and pappardelle. Yeah. Those are my favorites. And I like bow ties. Bow ties and penne, but yeah. Like angel hair or capellini. And then sometimes I like linguine. But I'm not huge on thicker noodles. If they're gonna be thick noodles, then I want it to be like a rice noodle or pappardelle. Then it's like a hand cut and it's like more rustic. I don't know. But anyways, the best to reheat, in my opinion, are gonna be your pasta and rice bowls. Soups, stews, chilies, all those like reheat super well because they marinate in their flavors for extra long, and then you nuke them and it's amazing. Then I think prepared dishes, separated, sorry, whoa. Separated dishes, like broiled chicken with sides, like if it's a separated like roasted meat and then sides with it, that's kind of what I mean. So like, you know, your Thanksgiving Day meal reheated the next day, it's still good, unless it has mashed potatoes. Then it's not that good. I don't think mashed potatoes reheats the best unless it's mixed in with stuff. And then casseroles. Casseroles are kind of just like made to be reheated over and over and over again, right? So yeah, those to me are the best reheatable food. Okay, next is veggie prep. On the left is what I made today. I wanted to, well, okay, I technically did record it, but my Premiere Pro kept crashing, and I just took it as an omen. And then I saw people bought me gloves, and I was like, maybe the internet is not ready to see my hands. Maybe it's an omen. Maybe it's a sign. So you have a picture instead. This is some pre-prepped hamburger and some pre-prepped diced onion and a shiitake mushroom. And then on the side, we have these. Okay, veggie prep. When you're prepping veggies, you need to have your slices nice and neat. Try to keep it uniform. There's a very specific way to cut onions to keep it super duper uniform. I find that if I don't have the time to do that, or if I don't really want to do that, since sometimes I'm only using half an onion, or even a quarter of an onion, I'll cut them into rounds, cut those rounds in half, and then dice along until I have even squares. Obviously, you can do the whole slice it in half, and then slice that half and half it all the way almost to the edge, and then slice vertically down, and then slice horizontally and get your perfect cubes. You can do that. That works fine too. Definitely does. But sometimes I like to be a little methodical and slow with it. So sometimes I take the slow way. Onions, French cat, half rings, or diced. Yep. It really just is deciding what you are going to be using your vegetables for. So on the prep side of things, like if you're cooking them or meaning for them to be cooked, you can obviously cook them then in butter or ghee or tallow or lard or bacon grease. Usually I do bacon grease or butter, and just a little bit of salt and pepper. Try to keep your seasonings bland if you're just going to be cooking vegetables on the side, unless you're making it for a dedicated dish. So that way you can mix and match them with whatever dish you're making. As soon as they're like kind of melted down or to the consistency you want to pull them, let them cool in your Tupperware or Pyrex or whatever. Let them cool till they're room temp, and then place them in the fridge covered. Don't place them warm covered in the fridge. You can always place them in the fridge uncovered hot, but like just don't cover them. Bacteria usually will form when you do that, and then you can get food poisoning. So yeah, I don't want that for you. Imagine not using lots of paprika on your veggies. You can. I like using paprika quite a bit. Fun fact, paprika is made from a bunch of different peppers and not a dedicated pepper. And specifically sweet paprika, for whatever reason, triggers like an allergic reaction for me. So I can't use sweet paprika. It's interesting, right? Like I get little hives on my tongue, and my like mouth burns, and then I like start to but yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I've not had it happen with almost any other type of paprika. So I don't know, living on the edge usually. But yeah, and then like pro tip on some of these things, or even for some fruits, is you're gonna want to soak them in water. So like let's say you're prepping your potatoes ahead of time overnight, you're better off just soaking it in water. And if you're worried about it, you can put it uncovered in the refrigerator in the water. But if you don't, then it turns pink. And, you know, no one wants pink potatoes. I don't want pink potatoes. You can do the same with apples, although you can just toss apples in lemon juice or even apple cider vinegar, and it'll prevent it from turning a different color. Same with if you cut a avocado in half to save it. You can, I guess some people will submerge it in water, or you can just like put lemon all over it and then wrap it really tight in saran wrap. That's what I do, and they keep pretty well. So you can pickle apples too. Yeah, you can pickle anything. Smoked paprika on deviled eggs. Yes, but also like on deviled eggs, you gotta mix more than just that into it. No. I like a nice, well-seasoned deviled egg. I even like putting like really finely chopped bacon on top. Okay. Meat prep. This is pretty important. All right? There's bacteria, listeria, salmonella to worry about, all right? So whatever you prep meat-wise, if you're doing things in a certain like manner, probably save your meat for last or have a dedicated cutting board and knife for that, unless you're really good about cleaning it immediately after use. I'm pretty good about that, so I don't really worry about it anymore. I've worked in too many kitchens to not be good about it. For white meat, a lot of that can be cooked right then and there and reheated. For red meat, I would say cook it then and there if you're like gonna eat it then and there. For stew meat, that can just be prepped cubed ahead of time and set in a marinade. For mincemeat, that can be cooked ahead of time or also cooked right then and there for eating then and there. And then meat alternatives can also be prepped ahead of time as well, like tofu or beans, or I don't think I eat any other meat substitutes. I'm sorry. I like tofu and I like beans. I don't know if I would count anything else. I mean, I know there's more. But yeah, sorry. For white meat, a lot of times I'll either cut them in slivers or dice it. A lot of times, unless I'm frying a whole piece, I don't like cook the chicken whole, because I like for it to get like a nice crisp on all sides when I'm like sauteing it. But that's just me. I'm like really particular about poultry because I'm actually not the biggest fan of poultry, although I seem to eat it a lot. And then for red meat, be it venison or cow, that's the main red meats I eat, I will just make whatever cut I'm using. Usually I don't eat more than like 6 ounces of a steak. I don't eat that big of meat portions at once usually. So yeah. And then I guess pork is like a white or a red meat, like a pink meat. Pork usually I like slow cooked. I'm not huge on like pork cutlets or pork chops. I had way too many overcooked pork chops in my life. I think I am well over it. I'd rather have slow roasted pork shoulder, pork butt, and have it shredded and put on a sandwich or put over noodles or whatever. I like roast pork most, so there's not a lot of prep into it. You just throw it in a crock and fingers crossed, right? Pork can be very dry if you cook it at 165. Pork, the other white meat. What about pulled pork? Pulled pork is delicious. I love pulled pork. Obviously, any sort of like sausages and stuff you would want to save for cooking it right then and there if you're going to eat it right then and there, like links anyways, because that crisp, you don't want to lose the crisp. You don't want to like bite into a bratwurst and not have the snap. Then what's the point? And then for like Hamburg, if it's a Hamburg patty, I will wait. I won't reheat that. I don't believe in it. That's what my God tells me. Okay, but if it's like minced up, like I'm mincing it in the pan, I don't mind. Oh, ding. So let me get this straight. You can handle tools, have an adorable giggle, and know how to cook. Marry me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to reject. But yes, I can do all those things. My hand is worth more than $50. You hold on. I got this. Bonk. All right. She can shoot too. Yup. Shot is shot. Yup. Sorry, there's no refunds on super chats. Hey, now, knock that off. Shh. Don't tell me how long I'm taking. That's rude. Oh no, not the bonk. Out of curiosity, how much is that hand worth? It's priceless, actually. Anyways, back to the regular scheduled. Okay. Technically, mushrooms could be a meat alternative, although they aren't the highest in protein usually. But for tofu, I like to cut it ahead of time. If I'm frying it, I like to have it pressed between like something heavy and wrapped in paper towels. I almost said toilet paper. I was like, wait, that's not right. Paper towel. So that way the moisture gets drained out. So that way when it fries, it's really crisp. And then obviously beans and mushrooms. I like to cook mushrooms a very specific way because I hate rubbery mushrooms. So I like to cook it dry with a little bit of salt to draw out the water. And then I'll add my butter or whatever to make it nice and umami. I find that if you dry cook it first, it has that nice meaty flavor. Whereas if you go like full ham with all your stuff and you don't draw out the water, it just tastes like a rubbery mushroom. I feel like that umami's kind of lost. $2. Who needs meal prep? Just eat Spam musubi every day. Spam musubi's delicious. But what if you have to prep ahead your rice? That's still meal prep. Gotcha. Sena is indeed a treasure. Thank you. I miss Spam musubi. What's musubi? Oh, okay. Spam musubi is rice and Spam, slices of Spam. Usually wrapped with a piece of nori or seaweed. Personally, I like to take a slice of Spam and fry it in some soy sauce and honey glaze or brown sugar glaze with some garlic. And then you can usually put some saran wrap in the Spam container, press your rice down in it, lay your little piece of Spam on it, pull it out, you'll have it perfectly shaved, and then you can put your little piece of nori over top of it, and that's a Spam musubi. So, kind of like a rice ball meets Spam, or like nigiri, right? Which is sushi, a type of sushi, right? But with Spam. So, yeah. Also, Spam is expensive AF right now. Yeah, everything is. What is that about? It's very, very annoying to go to the grocery store and see what would have usually cost me $50 cost me $100. That's not cool. I'm not down with that. I eat eggs for breakfast every morning, at least two. And I go through about an 18-pack, like every 1.5 weeks or so. And that's like $5. That adds up. And I eat eggs multiple times a day even. Yeah, no. My grocery bill's not looking great right now. Had to rework my budget this month and I'm like, yes, inflation. Did you know if you marry Sena, you get a free lifetime of spaghetti? After all, every time you compliment her, it comes out of her pockets. Yeah. Hey, I make a really good spaghetti, actually. So, yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Carbs versus starches. Most meals will have one or the other. This is typically to create a sense of balance and to avoid a heavy meal. The issue is, right, that a lot of carby food will also include starch, like pasta. I love pasta too. It's like my favorite food is pasta. So, yeah. Oh, Yorick Gaming. Welcome to the Builder Bears. Hello. Might be cheaper to buy some chickens and build a coop if it weren't for price of lumber. Yeah. And you'd have to get permissions and all this other crap. Yeah. But yes. Well, and you have to buy, you can't buy, like 2 chickens. You have to buy, like, a certain fixed amount. Like, if you go to, like, a Tractor Supply or whatever. I'll see. But, yeah. I was like, I lost my train of thought. I do not know what a heavy meal means. I don't, like, rich food, it never made sense to me. Like, when someone's like, oh, I can't have too big a portion, it's too rich. And I'm like, load me up. I have probably had 1 or 2 foods in my life that I was like, oh, yeah, that's rich. That's rich. And, like, I know, like, my one brother, right? He'd be like, Sena, I don't know how you're having seconds or thirds. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, it's delicious. And he's like, it's too heavy. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm so full. I need to sleep. And I'm like, what is that? How does that work? How do you eat food and be like, I'm so full, I'm weeping. Like, how does that work? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, oh my God, this meal was so good. I need to have seconds. Oh, I'm so full. I'm gonna go sit down and play a game or watch a show. And that's it. And then they're like, Sena, there's dessert. I'm like, oh! Unless it's something I don't like. They're like, Sena, it's pumpkin pie. And I'm like, I'm good. You know what? I'll have a third serving of those sides instead. Thank you. Cheesecake is pretty rich even for me. Really? I've never thought cheesecake was rich. Sorry, the garlic bread and pasta coma is non-negotiable. Right. I just call that Thanksgiving. I never feel that full after Thanksgiving. And I usually have like 2 servings. I just have like a big iron gut, I guess. I just fill it up and it goes somewhere. It doesn't stay. I've got a fast metabolism. I have too much. I walk slow and I'm in pain. Oh, really? I know one of my older brothers, like, he'll eat so much, he'll get so full and he'll be like, that meal was so good. But now I have to go throw up because I ate too much. And I'm like, Bobo, what the hell is wrong with you? Crazy. Sweet potato for the win. Yes, sweet potato pie. Yes, I am a sweet potato pie over a pumpkin pie kind of gal. I also like sweet potato casserole the most, though. You got the marshmallows and the crumble and the pecans. It's so good. The benefits of being an active person. Yep, I just keep active. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Odd that pumpkin is a sweet in the US and savory pretty much everywhere else. Yeah, I'm just not big a fan of pumpkin in general. Like, I used to think I hated cinnamon, and maybe that's why I didn't like pumpkin. And then I realized I had pumpkin in more things without the cinnamon, and I was like, oh. So pumpkin just tastes like that? Okay, maybe it's the pumpkin. So yeah, it was definitely the pumpkin. Strawberry rhubarb pie is superior. I have never actually tried it because it kind of grosses me out. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, rhubarb, like Swiss chard in a pie. I don't even be eating collard greens. Now you want me to eat melted greens in a pie? Yeah, I'm good on that, buddy. I'm so good on that. I'm a basic bitch. I love pumpkin pie stuff. Load me up on pumpkin pie ice cream. Ugh, you sound like my youngest brother. He's like, we're not having pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving? Why? Why not? Sena, the pumpkin spice latte is available. Are you gonna get one? No, I'm not. No, baby lump. No, baby lump. No. But yeah. It's over. No. Fine. Leave. Okay. Used to work at Starbucks years ago. Now I hate pumpkin with extreme prejudice. Yeah. I worked at a cafe. Maybe that's part of it. Nah, it's not. I just don't like the pumpkin flavor. Yeah. Sunny is a pumpkin enjoyer confirmed. Yep. Sunny is a pumpkin enjoyer confirmed. The black sheep. These, by the way, are my favorite dishes to prep. To either have prepped ahead of time or to bring with me to work as a reheatable meal. Protein bowls are one of my absolute favorites. Chipotle is probably one of my favorite places to get food because I like protein bowls that much. My go-to order is gonna be brown rice, pinto beans, extra veggies, carnitas, queso, sour cream, cheese, the medium salsa, corn salsa. Yeah, that's it. It's good. It's so good. Hell yeah! What is a protein bowl? Protein bowl is usually going to be something like a poke bowl or, a protein bowl. Poke bowls count. It's going to be a starch, usually rice, sometimes quinoa, and then it's going to be a protein of your choice: chicken, pork, beef, fish, crab, whatever, shrimp even, right? Then usually it'll have a lot of veggies, any veggie of your choice, and then some sort of sauce or multiple sauces to go on top. That's usually what a protein bowl is. So yeah. For me, it's the Chipotle E. coli bowl. I've never been to a location that has had any reports of that. Sorry. Sucks to suck, brother. Welcome to the Build-A-Bears Basic Edition. It's a bowl full of protein. I've been making those for years and didn't even know it. Yep. I mean, I'm sure there's like actual like authentic words for certain things, right? But this is essentially what a protein bowl is, right? I'm a more of a fan of Qdoba, mainly for that issue. I've had Qdoba. I feel like I've had a lot of like Chipotle adjacent stuff. I just feel like maybe it's local to my area, but like the meat is just better spiced. Like I like my stuff spicy, and I feel like Qdoba is not spicy enough. So, yeah. Like Qdoba is like fancier Taco Bell to me. It's just not spicy enough. It's too bland. I like spicy stuff. I think I got horse meat from Chipotle once. Lit. How spicy. You know what? When I go to Thai places, I usually keep it a solid medium. So, yeah. That spicy. Like, I just like a little bit of kick in my food. I love hot sauce. I think Cholula is probably my favorite hot sauce. I do like Tabasco though. I just like the jalapeno Tabasco more. That's like my favorite Tabasco is the jalapeno one. But yeah. I just throw my lunch in a bowl half the time. Doesn't matter if it has protein or not. The bowl will do. That's fine too. When I go to Taco Bell, I get Diablo sauce. When I go to Taco Bell, I always get the dollar menu stuff and then like one crunch wrap sometimes or a steak quesadilla. But I like their spicy potato roll-ups or tacos or whatever. The soft taco ones. I get like 6 of those and that's my meal. So, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a minute. It's like an hour away from me. So, that kind of food does not keep, so I'd have to eat it then and there. I haven't done meal prep since freshman high school, to be honest. Oh, man. Time to get back into it. It'll help your grocery bill, that's for sure. Another thing that I really like to make is soups and stews and chilies. Obviously, I'm a big chili fan. Love chili. I like chili with and without beans. And I like red chili and white chili with like chicken or turkey. So I love chili. I also love soups. I'm not huge on stews. I just don't like, I don't know. Maybe I like venison stew. But sometimes, like, time of year, right? Like, it's dependent on the time of year. Like, I love stews when it's cold out. But otherwise, not so much. But I like soups year-round and chili year-round. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Oh, not maybe. I'm definitely just weird. Taco Bell here is just too expensive. Yeah. Prices are just going up all around, it would seem. I make a lot of red chili with beef. Yeah. Rabbit stew. I've never gotten to have rabbit stew. I'd love to try it though. I'm just kind of nervous. I've never had like any type of rodent, so I'm just a little nervous. What if I don't like it? I don't want to like waste somebody's like hunting. I would feel really bad about it. So like feel like the first rabbit I have, I'm gonna have to kill myself and not feel as bad about it, because then it's like, oh, it's my loss, nobody else's, right? You're our weird DIYer though. I love Taco Bell too. Yeah, I like Taco Bell a lot. I like their Baja Blasts. I like their Bonbon Bites. I believe that's on the newer ones, the Sena Lights or whatever. Literally myself. Oh, I almost said it. Dude, that would have been so... I'm going to say it anyways. It's you by me, but cream filled. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Why would I... Can you tell I had brothers growing up? Hey, yo, what? I know. Okay. All right. Okay. Sena. Okay. All right. I also I just go right back into it. I like to make salads too. Fan art is coming. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I was joking. It was a bad joke. It was just a bad joke. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just have a gutter mind. But just for humor. Because, like, when I see anything like that, I'm like, I'm nervous. Stop. Like, sweats. Okay. All right. Stop. Shh. We're going to have a Cinnabonka mode. Don't worry. Don't worry. Nope, the cat is out of the bag. No. Put it back in the bag. All right. Okay. All right. You've exposed yourself. No. Opinion on Cincinnati chili. Like Skyline is basically a meat sauce over noodles, but it's a chili really good with onions, cheese, and crackers. It's delicious. It's delicious. Yes, it's delicious. I like Cincinnati chili. It's delicious. I've been to a couple of chili tasting contests. So I've had a lot of chili in my life. I wouldn't say like I'm psycho about it, like I know everything. I definitely don't. I have tons to learn. I will always have tons to learn, but I love chili. I'm eating some right now. Oh, I had my protein bowl, and I will probably have, I don't know. I've been having a lot of pasta, but I've also been like craving it. Sometimes I get into a mood. I'm eating some right now. Homemade. Homemade. Is there any other way to make it? Chorizo is the secret to great chili. Yes! I love putting chorizo in chili. What about chili dogs? I am going to say something a little controversial. I don't really like hot dogs. I don't really like it. I would much rather have a bratwurst. Yep. I'm sorry. I just don't really like the taste of a hot dog. Unless you burn it all around on the outside. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I just don't really like it. I like they make it, I'm sure it is like it's still a hot dog, but in my mind it's not. I get it. It's like the Johnsonville cheddar jalapeno links. That's like my favorite. If like I'm going to a cookout and they're like, bring whatever, I'll bring like a really killer side, usually like some baked mac and cheese, homemade, and then I'll bring my own links because yeah. And I never have cookout hamburgers because people usually burn them to a crisp like hockey pucks, and I hate that. Yeah, hot dogs are mid. I'm so sorry. Not a real American patriot. Listen, damn it. I like my hamburgers. Okay? Okay. Oh, man. Rotwurst or what is that? Sena, stop liking my stuff. We're just the same person. Nathan's famous or best hot dogs, rest are garbage. Yes, Nathan's does make a good hot dog. I will actually give you that. It's probably the only one I've liked and not been like, bleh, Hot dogs. Most hot dogs are so cheap and processed. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. I'm not huge on like I'm not super huge on bologna either. Like my dad always made fried bologna sandwiches. Obviously, Southern girl. But just not my favorite. Yeah, that is just me. Sorry. Just don't like the hot dog buns. I don't know. If I do have a actual hot dog, I like to pan fry it instead, so that way I can get a nice crisp. And I'll slice it vertically down the center, so I can get like crisp throughout. Thoughts on cheese pies? I'm not big on cheese pies. I don't know. Cheese is like a sweet, right? Like cream cheese. Yeah, that's fine, but like when it's too much cheese and it has that cheesy undertone, it can throw me a bit. It just depends though. It just depends. Like on the brand and stuff, or whether it's homemade. Homemade's always gonna be good. But yeah, well, almost always. Some people just are not the best cooks. Unfortunately. But yes. Hot dogs vary so much between brands, you can hardly call them all the same food. True! I hate bologna. Yeah, I'm close to the hate range of bologna. I've had some good, like, homemade bologna. That's good. But, yeah, the heavily processed stuff, not so much. Sorry, I meant grilled cheese pies. Like hand pies? Or just grilled cheese? I'm sorry. There's something about some cheap-ass hot dog wrapped with cheap-ass bacon that's greater than the sum of its parts. Maybe. Bacon, anything bacon-wrapped is usually better. Also, my last favorite thing to make, we're derailing. My last favorite thing to make is tacos and enchiladas. That's a really good one to prep ahead of time. Enchiladas are going to be soggy. You don't have to worry about it getting soggy in the microwave. It's already soggy. It's covered in sauce. It's soggy. Sog. Yeah. And then for tacos, you can keep things separate. You can store the meat separately, your toppings separately, and just bring it all together in like a bento and throw them together there. So that's cool too. And now we're on the recipe portion. Hi, Sena. I actually want to get cinnamon rolls now. I had some really good cinnamon rolls the other day. They were maple glazed. I love maple. Yeah. Bacon is overrated. Don't at me. Thank you for the $5. Bacon can be overrated. I did go through a really heavy phase in high school where I used to have like a pile of bacon every single day. And then I didn't eat bacon for like 2 years. So I burnt myself out. And now I'm just like, if I crave it, I don't go overboard because I know I'll burn myself out. So when I worked at a sub shop, because we were not a kosher sub shop, we would fry the bacon in the fryer to get it done quicker and to get it super crispy. Which, looking back at it now, I'm like, why would you deep fry bacon? That seems like a sin. But we did. Taco bowl. Taco bowl's amazing. The rail never existed. Haven't you learned this? Monk the bacon hater. Bacon is really good. Also, Sena, maple candy opinion. I like maple candy, only if it's local made. If it's not local made, I don't really like it. It's usually too heavily processed and usually has corn syrup added in. Funnily enough. I also really like maple candy floss. Really good, like a maple cotton candy. And like every harvest season, they'll do maple shakes. Like maple ice cream shakes with fresh maple in it. And I'm like, ah, so good, so good, so good, so good. It's very warming. Love it. I would love to like tap some trees and make my own maple syrup at one point in my life. But I'd also like to try some other trees because I guess some other trees have some good syrup to make too. Apparently. I haven't tried any others, but I'd like to see. Sena, you're American. You deep fry everything. Don't Google unless you want to take psychic damage. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if I ever see such a confusing word again. I like my bacon crumbly. Coated them with some flour so they're slightly breaded too. What? I like my bacon super crispy. So that way when I bite into it, it melts in my mouth. I love it. I love bacon. But, yeah. Okay. I think you can do birch syrup. Yes, yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see what could be done. In my mind, before I'd ever had the real maple syrup, I just thought syrup was syrup. But maple is definitely superior. In my mind, tree sap is just made to make rosin. Rosin for my bow. Rosin up your bow. Yeah. What it's not. It's used for food too. And now you know. Wit 17. Welcome to the Build-A-Bears. Taco man with a taco knowledge. Disclaimer, specifically Americanized taco made with ground beef are good pre-prepped. More authentic tacos like ones with steak in them have similar problems as steak itself. Yes, agreed. Although, caveat, if you make a chicken taco and it's not grilled chicken, or even if it is, you can use that too. I like to, like you'll see in a couple slides over, I like to boil the chicken like a low boil, so it's still nice and tender, with an onion and a jalapeno and a bay leaf, and then spice it up in whatever, like cooking in its salsa or whatever after the fact. That makes great for reheating. So, yes, I agree. I agree with you, Taco Man. Bacon makes everything better. Usually, I do not like bacon donuts. The bacon's always like really flimsy, and that makes me mad. The stream is making me hungry. I need a snack. Listen, I tried to tell you guys yesterday, come prepared. Make sure you're not hungry. I knew I was going to make some of you hungry. Thank you for the $5. Mandated Sena tax. Also, once again, calling you a monster for not putting your Streamlabs in the description. Again. The last time I tried to add Streamlabs into it, I had to completely start over the stream when I was streaming with Minna. That was me editing it in, and then it crashed. So I took it as an omen for a bit. But I'll try to remember. Listen, I can't like edit my streams until I get home, and by then I'm like, gotta put my PowerPoint in, and gotta put this in, gotta put this in. But yes, I will try to remember. I'm sorry. Go men, sorry. Bacon on any type of sweet sucks. Yeah, I think that's true. The fuck is a bacon donut? It's a donut, usually with a maple glaze, and then like crumbled bacon on top, and it is not good. Good morning, Mary Super Baby Girlfriend. How are you? I super love you. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know why it just made me laugh. Hello. Okay. Screw your omens. Let me spend money on your spaghetti spiller. Why? I'm fine with being hungry. I've already gotten started on preparing my dinner. Drinking stream followed by food prep stream. We should know by now that you come to a Sena stream after dinner. Yes. Came prepped, eating brekkie while listening to stream. Good. That feeling when you'll never be a Mary Super Baby Girlfriend. I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. Go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. I want to be super loved too. Maple donuts are awesome. They just don't need bacon. Agreed. I love a maple lug. Lamowski. What? Lamowski makes me frisky. Okay. All right. Okay. Woo, focus. So what are we talking about again? Yes. Thank you. We're talking about recipes. Quinoa Power Bowl. This is the recipe. What you need: a cup of quinoa, 1 tablespoon of chicken, better than bouillon. That's what I use. You can always pre-make stock. That's something to have on hand. That's great. You can like, what? You can it? I just don't have the setup for that. Oh, thank you for gifting memberships. It's very kind of you. Thank you, auxiliary. Then half a pound of hamburger, 2 potatoes cubed, 1 can of pinto beans with a teaspoon of liquid smoke, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of paprika, a knob of butter, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, and 1 slice of bacon. Then 1 onion sliced in slivers, 2 bell peppers sliced in slivers, and half a cup of dried mushrooms, also sliced. To prep, you'll prep your quinoa, bring it to a boil. Or if you have a rice cooker like I do, you can just put it all in the rice cooker and put it on quick setting and let it do its magic. But you can also do it this way. I put the stovetop directions just in case. You know, a lot of people don't have rice cookers. I was trying to be nice. You're welcome. So to prep your quinoa, you'll bring to a boil, lower to medium heat. To like medium low, right? Then you'll cook for 15 to 20 minutes, covered, okay? Turn off the heat and let it sit for 5 minutes, still covered. Don't take it off. Don't be tempted. After that 5 minutes is up, you can fluff it and then cover it again. Okay? Okay. You'll cook your hamburger with some salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. This is mandatory. I don't like garlic. It's mandatory. If you don't like garlic, leave. Okay. Then you will wash, dice, and soak your taters. You'll dry them with a paper towel. Fry them in some peanut oil or whatever you prefer. I like peanut oil though. And you'll set them on a plate with a paper towel and salt them. Okay? Then you will drain and rinse your beans. Cook on medium with all the listed ingredients and a 1/4 cup of water. Then you'll cook your sliced veggies in butter or bacon grease with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you'll assemble it however you like. I put sour cream on mine because I am a sour cream fiend. Cheese, salsa, and some hot sauce. Always gotta put the hot sauce. Next. Minna, homemade stock, homemade broth, can't compare. That will be next week's lesson stream. Listen! That's why you're cropped out of the picture! No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Yes, I'm still listening to that music. Thank you. Minna, I hope you're taking notes. No! Collab canceled. No, I'm kidding. I just think it's easier to use the bouillon better than bouillon paste. I just don't have the setup or the space or the time or the patience. Bread girl encroaching on DIY girls game. No, stop. No bullies. Okay. Girl, you really need an Instapot. I know. But the money. Okay. Zucchini, potato. More like space. It's not even a money thing. I don't know where I would even put it at this point. Like, I'm running out of room in my, like, I have no room in my pantry, honestly. I have to put everything overstock or big items in my laundry room on the shelving, and because it's a rental, I can't install shelving, and I don't really feel comfortable putting heavy stuff on unsturdy stuff that's not, like, wall mounted. So I don't want to, like, go in there and go to reach my Instapot and my crock pot falls on my head and I die. You want to kill me, Minna? Is that what you're saying? Broth takes, like, an hour or 2. Broth does not take long to make. Yeah, no, I agree. But, yeah. I also just don't have a canning setup, so. I mean, yeah, you could store broth for, like, what, 2 weeks, I believe? But that's if it doesn't get lost in the nethers that is my refrigerator. So, yeah. I say that like my fridge is super stocked up. It's not. It's never fully stocked up. It's just one person, but yeah. She wants revenge from Twitter. I'm overflow to the bunker. All right, so zucchini potato chowder. This is one of my grandma's recipes. I love it. I like zucchinis. Potatoes, zucchinis, bacon, heavy cream, onions, celery, carrots, and spices. Thank you for the $20, Paws and Pals. If you had something to say, I'm very sorry, but it doesn't say anything. So, thank you. What you need is 2 potatoes peeled and diced. This is the one recipe you'll actually need to peel your vegetables. For sure. It's like non-negotiable because you'll be immersed in blending it, and it will be really gritty if you leave the skin on. And, not the good kind of grits, not the nice southern grits, but like, why is there sandpaper in my soup? Yeah. So, you'll take 2 zucchinis, peel and dice them, 4 bacon slices cooked and chopped, 4 cups of chicken broth, 2 cups of heavy cream, half an onion, 1 celery stalk, 1 carrot, finely diced. This is called your mirepoix. Hope I say that right. I am not French. 1 tablespoon of rosemary, thyme, garlic powder, onion powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika and basil, salt and pepper to taste. I say to taste because on these kinds of soups, like a white soup, I put a ton of black pepper freshly cracked in each of my bowls that I have. Like I'll have like 2 bowls and crack a bunch of pepper. So that's why I always have to put to taste, because I like my food salty and I like my black pepper. To make, you'll cook your bacon first. You'll set it aside, let it drain the greases out, and then you'll chop it up really nice. It's ideal if you can cook the bacon in the same pot that you're going to make the soup, because then you can create a nice brown layer on the bottom of your pot called fond, and it helps add to the flavor. And it will leave some residual bacon grease to cook your vegetables, your mirepoix. In a deep soup pot, you'll cook your mirepoix in butter with the spices. Then once cooked, you'll add your veggies and broth. To bring it to a boil, once the potatoes are soft, you'll blend it with an immersion blender. For a while I didn't have an immersion blender, so I would have to take ladlefuls and blend it with my small single serving Ninja blender, but I took the time to invest in that, and I'm really glad I did, because that is so much easier and safer. Yeah, then you'll slowly stir in your cream. Try to make sure you're stirring as you pour so it doesn't curdle, and you're all done. And then the next one, based no message chat. I feel that pain, small space gang, sad gang. Yeah. I have zucchini too. Zucchini is the only vegetable I can consistently grow. Yes, it grows so well too. Ugh, so good, so good. She said the word. What word? Fond? Or mirepoix? What word? Anyway, immersion blenders are so great. Oh, immersion? Get a mortar and pestle. It beats the pants off a grinder. Yes, but like I buy the pepper with the grinder already on it, and then I buy like my peppercorns whole and then just pour it into that bottle. But yeah, I mean, a mortar and pestle is good. I almost like stole my parents when I left because they don't use theirs, and I wish I had. Sorry, Grandma Sema, but I'd add caramelized onions before serving that. Really? Or you could add French fried onions. That's a really good one. And maybe some crumblies. You definitely could. It's these are customizable. I'm not saying you have to make it exactly. I'm not saying you have to make it. I'm just saying this is what I make. And these are things that I think are good, reheated, and easy to prep. Kitchen sink soup. I didn't know what else to call it. This is, like, there's just so much in it. It's everything but the kitchen sink soup. So, CHX, I saw someone go, what does that mean? It's chicken. When I worked in kitchens, chicken was always hyphenated or abbreviated, not hyphenated, to that. So, chicken. Eggs, celery, onions, carrots, potatoes, mushrooms, peppers, zucchini, heavy cream, and ribbon noodles. I like texture. I do too. What you need: 3 chicken breasts, halved and sliced lengthwise. Half an onion, 1 celery stalk, 1 carrot, finely diced, mirepoix, okay? Then your 3 potatoes chopped. You don't have to peel them if you don't want to. A cup of mushrooms chopped. This was where you'll need fresh mushrooms over the dried, or you can use dried. It's just that they come in kind of small packages, usually. So unless you're lucky enough to live in a place that sells them in bulk, I am not that lucky. But I'm hoping to dry my own and forage this spring and fall. So yeah, very excited for that. Can't wait for the seasons to change at this point. Then 2 bell peppers chopped, 1 zucchini chopped, 2 tablespoons better than bouillon chicken, 4 cups of water, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of ribbon noodles, 4 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of tarragon, oregano, onion powder, and garlic powder. To make, you'll first cook your mirepoix in butter. Then you'll add in everything but the eggs and noodles. That comes last. Then you'll bring it to a boil and boil for 5 minutes while stirring. Then you'll turn it to a medium-low and allow it to cook for 20 minutes plus. So at least 20 minutes. I usually let that bad boy go for about like an hour to 2 hours. And then I will crank it on high and then stir in 4 beaten eggs and my pasta. And then I'll cut the heat completely because it's usually hot enough to cook the pasta off the rest of the way. And then you can just turn it off, sit it covered and for the amount of pasta cook time, and then serve it. It's usually al dente right there. What is it? I inherited my grandma's molcajete, but have not used it. A molcajete is good, especially if it's like one of those natural ones you can actually cook with a molcajete on like a grill or an open flame. Ugh, that would be amazing. I'd love something like that. And it's really fun to season a molcajete with like rough salt and stuff. Oh, super fun. Longer you cook it, the better. Yep, recipes are just a loose guideline / suggestion. Yeah, essentially. Sena mailed me a recipe once and a note, and the envelope had white powder in it. The note said, next time, this won't be flour if you don't make this. What? Honestly, that sounds more like a Donna thing, but sure. Shame it isn't actually cooked in a kitchen sink. That's a shame? Okay. Not if you're a coward, lift. I'd add wild onions from my yard to this recipe. Yeah, or you can add garlic scrapes to it. That's always fun, or ramp, right? Do you ever sneeze into the soup for extra flavor and texture? Hello? 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 The shall remain up. Brooke, you cute. Anyways, I believe in you, Taco Man. Why is it called kitchen sink soup if it doesn't use the sink at all? It's an expression. Some of you might not understand similes or idioms. I'm sorry. Left brain, right brain, no function. Hi, hello, how are you? The personal touch Sena sneeze. No. Yes, drum some guns in the chat. Kitchen sink soup is actually the leftovers from dishwashing. Stop. You're disgusting. We don't get bonked, Sena. We'll literally brain you for being too horny. Okay. Chicken enchiladas. This is the last recipe. Let's try to wrap her up here. Oh, I'm not gonna say it. Okay. I looked at the time. I was like, nope, don't say it. Don't say what you usually say. Don't say it. Okay. Anyway. Tortillas, tomatillos, jalapenos. Sorry that N should have it in ya, but it wasn't available on my canvas. Whatever. It wouldn't, like, let me do it. Tomatoes, onions, garlic, chicken, cheese, and spices. Needed. You'll need to make your sauce ahead of time. Okay, you'll roast 3 jalapenos, 3 to 4 tomatillos. Tomatillos look like little green tomatoes. They're almost like a green tomato. And then they're pretty bitter. And then 1 onion halved, 3 cloves of garlic in a pan. And then you'll blend it, like, you'll get it brown on all sides, or even black sometimes, to get a nice roast on it. And then you'll blend it with like a half cup to a full cup of water, depending on how thick you want your sauce. And you'll add 2 teaspoons of oregano, cilantro, chicken, and bouillon. Then for your chicken, you'll boil it in water with 1 jalapeno, half an onion, and a bay leaf. Cooked approximately 8 minutes and then shred it. If you want to add some more flavor, you can take the things that you boiled it with and blend that and then cook it in that with a little bit of butter. That's really delicious. And then you'll take 12 white corn tortillas. You can warm them. And then a cup of Oaxaca cheese or shredded mozzarella. Mozzarella is very similar. Obviously not the same, but very similar. It's a mild white cheese. And then half a cup of queso fresco. To make it in a large casserole dish, you'll ladle some of your sauce in the bottom, and then you'll assemble 12 tortillas into rolls with the meat in the Oaxaca or mats, and then you'll ladle your remaining sauce and top it with your queso fresco, and then you'll bake it at 350 for 20 minutes covered. If you want your cheese to be crispy instead of just melted, you can at like the 17-minute mark, pull it out and put it back in uncovered, and if it's not crisp enough, then you can put it on broil. Okay, cool. Oh shit, we have another recipe. I almost forgot. Grog is correct for central of what? Nah? What did Grog say? I missed it. Ah, hammer. I joined the stream to find Chibi Sena. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yes, thank the father. My mom force-fed my sister the food she dumped into the disposal because she always wasted the entire plate last time she ever did that. That's really sad. That's kind of abusive. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm sorry for your sister. Your mom sounds a bit like a bozo. Say it. Say the thing. We all wear hard hats for workplace safety. Only the naughty bears who don't follow regulations get brained. Jet fuel can't cook steel enchiladas. Bazawan, your mom is hardcore, yeah. Green enchiladas, nice. I gave chat on the game meat stream, a red meat one, so yeah. Sorry, I'm drinking water. Careful, Chibi Sena has an ankle biter. No. Yo, what the ankle breaker is a good drink if you like rum. I love rum. It's my preferred hard liqueur. The government says not to drink and drive, but I'm not driving when I'm operating a forklift. Exactly, Klaus. I mean, Becky. No need to bite when she has the hammer. Exactly. Thinking ahead. All right. Last recipe. I know it's the last recipe. Layered lasagna. Noodles, hamburg, sausage, marinara sauce, spices, parm, mott's heavy cream, onions, garlic, and ricotta. Needed is the meat sauce. That's half a pound of hamburg, half a pound of sausage, cooked. I knew I had to put cooked because some of you would have been like, bro, we stupid. Cooked. Okay. 1 can of San Marzanos. Okay. A tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, onion powder, tarragon, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of Parmesan, a cup of red wine, salt and pepper to taste. Mwah! Delicious. Okay, for your ricotta mixture, it's 3/4 of the container of ricotta mixed with 1 egg, 1/4 cup of parm, and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Delicious. Delicious. For your white sauce, it's 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of heavy cream, 1.5 cups of Parmesan, and a pinch, the teeniest pinch of nutmeg. Okay? Sena likes her tarragon. I really do. It's definitely one of my favorite herbs. Definitely is. It definitely is. If I didn't murder my basil plant this year, I would have put basil in that, but I murdered her. I gotta revive her somehow, but yeah, I murdered her. I'm so sorry. Instead of ricotta, my mom makes this cream cheese cut. I'm right there with you, buddy. Cottage cheese. It's just one of those white creations I can't get behind. I'm so sorry, my people, but I can't get behind it. It's disgusting. Fistful of nutmeg. Gotcha. No! White sauce nutmeg. No! No, what? If you do a tiny pinch of nutmeg, it adds like this warming flavor to it. A lot of restaurants put a little bit of nutmeg in their Alfredo sauce. It's pretty common, actually. I'm actually an expert at this recipe. I cook it for my special occasions for my family. How do you kill basil? You forget to water it. And you put it on like a really cold windowsill and it gets frostbitten. That's how. I blighted it. It's a bit heavy on the stomach, so I don't make it too often. It's just it's time consuming to make. How do I get Meg's nut? I don't even know any Megs. What? Poor wordplay. Boo. Bonk. 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 Okay. You'll have 1 bag of lasagna noodles cooked and drained, or you can, if you're like worried about it sticking together, you can keep it in the pot like with the water and just pull it out as you need it with some tongs. That's what I do. And then 1/2 cup of mozzarella. I say 1/2 cup loosely. It's just like however much you want to like top your lasagna with. I like to heavy hand my cheese on that one, just like So I said half a cup because I feel like that's probably the right amount for me anyway. And then you'll preheat your oven ahead of time to 350. Okay. And then in a rectangular casserole dish, you'll ladle in a little bit of the meat sauce. And then you'll lay your noodles lengthwise. Ladle your meat sauce and some white sauce and your ricotta, and then repeat until you run out of noodles or until the pan's too full. You should always end with the noodles and then ladle a very thin layer of both sauces. Skip the ricotta on this last layer. Put just mozzarella. And then you'll bake covered, very important, you don't want to burn your cheese, covered for 20 minutes. And then you'll broil uncovered for 3 to 5 minutes. My oven holds its heat pretty well, so 3 minutes for me. Okay? If all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. Yeah, like your head. Okay. All right. That is everything. That is the whole thing. Thank you. You can ask some questions now, if you have any. And we'll be wrapping up. Nice and short tonight. I have to go back to work. I only got 1 day off. I only got 1 day off. I hate working a Saturday. Man. Excuse me. What I walk into the end of a stream. Thanks for the lesson, Bonbon Sensei. Yes, good TED Talk. Oh, thank you. Yes. Terrible. You're terrible. Imagine working a Saturday. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah. It's terrible. It's very terrible. Let me exit. Hold on. Let me, I'm a professional. Exit. Send myself to Zatsu. Get out of there. Whoa! Alright. Hello. There we go. Hello. Hi. Alright. Does Sena have wild onions growing nearby? In certain seasons? Like ramp and garlic scrapes? Thanks for the valuable info, Sena. Why can't we have more time with you is my question. I wish I didn't work, but I also like my job. It's a dilemma. Stream was nice. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Back in the warm, fuzzy bunker. Sena Bean. Yes. Hello. Hello. Sena Bean. Sena is Nike. I got an apron on. I'm covering the necessities. I'm covering the inaccessibles. Miss Sena, is it our turn to share recipes or is that for another stream? I mean, you can share recipes. You can always, maybe I should make like a little hashtag and then you guys can share recipes and I can review them. I can even try some of them and tell you my ratings on them. Oh, that would make for a really fun stream. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make a little hashtag and you guys can post it onto Twitter. And I'll try them. If they're like an actual recipe. If you put something cursed, I'm just gonna laugh at you. I'll be like, look at this loser who didn't get the idea of the prompt. What a loser. Loser gets the bunk. Nah, not even a bunk. Loser gets the lobotomy. Thank you for the $5. Thanks for the recipe, chef. I will promptly continue to make poor food decisions and eat out almost exclusively. I cannot afford that. Good for you. Zombie Sena. Sena's monkey. Had a white lasagna at some restaurant once. No red sauce, no meat, but it had a cooked chopped zucchini, yellow squash, and mushroom mix. Pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I mean, like, wrong, but good. Point of view, you're trapped in a bunker with a cannibal cinnamon bun. Yeah. She has to sleep, bro. Unfortunately, yes. Good info as always. Thank you. I'm at the grocery store right now. Very much influenced by your stream. Yay! Yay! Make sure you go in with a list and you don't browse too much. Otherwise, you're going to walk out with a bunch of shit you'll never use. Barley. Cooking costs a fraction of ordering food. Good habit to start early, and it doesn't need to be complex to start. Could literally just be buying some meat, rice, and veg. Literally! Protein bowls for the win! Make sure to get plenty of rest for work tomorrow. I know. I've been like doing this thing where I stay up till late streaming, and then I stay up afterwards editing or working on stuff, and then the next thing you know, I'm going to bed at like 2 or 3 a.m. and having to get up super early for work, and I'm like burning myself out, and I don't want to do that because I want to keep doing this and having fun with it. So yes, I have to sleep. I'm so sorry. Cursed gun reviews. Yes, it will be happening on Twitch. Yes. Keep your eyes peeled for gorillas, as always. DIY projects. Yeah. Because I think it should be separate from Bond project, right? For the DIY thing. So for food, it should probably be like Bond cook or something. I don't know. I'll come up with something. I don't know. I'll put out a poll maybe for the members. Get them involved somehow. I love my job. Food isn't going to get cheaper, so yeah. The stream made it very clear to me I eat like a caveman. Why do you look like a character from Little Big Planet? I don't know. I think I just look cute. Don't you? Ew, Twitter. No. That's all I'm on. Sorry. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. That's it. What do you want me to do? Ask you on Instagram? All right. $5. Yep. Artisan, thank you. Artisan, thank you. Oh, there's another $5. Thank you. Just think of how much more food and tools you could afford if we were married. What? Are you saying you're rich? You can't afford it. You can't afford it. I'm the expensive lady. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled for gorillas and gorillas. Gorilla! Members polls stop the count. I'm in California, so cursed guns are mandatory. My poor AR. Hashtag Cinnabake. Ooh, yeah, that'd be cute. That'd be cute. Very cute. Adorable. Who eating granite again? What? Some questions and or tips? No. What are you confused about? I'm growing bells, peppers, strawberries, chiles, potatoes, and some other plants, but I'm dealing with some pesky pests like the whitefly. Maybe you have some advice to deal with them. A lot of times, like, just, I find for me, like, herbs I grow inside, veggies I grow outside usually. Sometimes if it's a fruit plant, like a smaller one, I'll grow it inside or start it inside. But, like, you can put, like, a vinegar mix on the soil or, like, on the branches. Sometimes that'll keep stuff off. But otherwise, you might have to invest in a pesticide. So, I mean, you can definitely Google it. They definitely have, like, some pretty solid tips. That's how I usually do things. That's how I first started gardening, was just following along with tips. And surprisingly, people on TikTok have really good advice for gardening. Yeah. I'm a Zoomer boomer. I mean, he giving you $5 supers, he must be rich. Sena, an AKA super to prove you are in fact rich. Send an Aka. Oh, I read it wrong. I'm sorry, an Aka. I might ship bricks. Don't do that. Neem oil helps whiteflies. Yeah. Someone in chat, Tribe said, eat like cavemen. Grug a caveman, grub, eat granite. I see. I'm California rich. I make good money, but with the cost of living here, I'm basically at the poverty line. God, why do I live here? I don't know. Why do you live there? Maybe you should not live there. Although, it seems like the entire West Coast is kind of cursed for that. And it's like slipping into, like, parts that it shouldn't be slipping into. Like, Texas is super expensive now. What's that about? Illinois is super expensive now. Like, what? I see, like, Peoria popping up. Is that Illinois? Or is it Idaho? I can't remember. It's an I. And it keeps popping up as, like, one of the most destination places to live. And then, like, I see the prices on Zillow because I love doing, like, cursed Zillow reviews or, like, looking at cursed Zillow reviews. It's really funny to me. And it seems to be a place that's very expensive now. Fifth Venom, welcome to the Builder Bears. Hey, baby, sorry I can't come to bed right now. I've got abandoned buildings to steal copper pipes from. Me. IRL, well, literally me. Zoomer Boomer, do you have an old lady voice, Sim?
Hello, I am an old lady.
Is that? Probably not. Never trust TikTok tutorials. I don't know. I'm not dumb. I don't get like political stuff from TikTok. I don't sit there and watch dances or kids or things like that or anything. Yeah, but I just watch food, art, fashion, and like DIY adjacent stuff like gardening. Peoria is Illinois. Okay. I was trying to remember. North Texas is becoming painful. Yeah. Texas is expensive now because California is moving here. Yes, California is like transplanting everywhere and they have so many freaking people. I moved from California to Colorado a year ago last week. People are so rude here. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I've driven through Colorado. You have some of the worst drivers in the entire country. Sorry about it. Some of the worst. Honestly, the worst state I've ever driven through for drivers was Indiana. I don't know why. It just was. Curse Zillow stream ahead. Oh, for sure. Colorado is a nice state. It's a beautiful state. It's beautiful. It's got some good laws. It's a beautiful state. No way worse than Georgia. Face it. The U.S. is going to hell in a handbasket. It's only a matter of time before they get your state too. If they haven't already. Anyways, yeah. My country is looking at leaving California. Even we're like, what the fuck is going on over there in San Francisco and LA? Yeah, people shitting on the streets. That's what's going on. I live in Colorado. I saw someone floor it through a red light yesterday. When I was driving through snowbanked, what is it called? The Rockies, yes. Someone with a Colorado plate went around me in a double pass and almost ran me off the side of the mountain. I was terrified. He was smiling. We are not the same. At least I got a new much better paying job here that I can send money to the adorable Sena now. Whoa. I'm glad I subbed with notifs on. This has been a good stream. Oh, thanks. Thanks for having notifications on. Okay, Californians have become a contagious disease? No. The country is just going to hell in a handbasket. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just going to hell in a handbasket. There's just too many people, too many dumb people. Too many people deciding what's worth and what's not worth. So, there we go. What's his plate number? I don't know, I should have taken a picture, but my eyes were peeled on the road and I was like driving on black ice and I was like, wah! The speed limit down that pass I think was like, I don't know, 65, and he was like, move it, bitch, I'm trying to go 80. And I was like, ooh. My dad was driving with me and he was like, breathe, Sena, breathe. And I was like, clinched. I was clinched. We need a purge, Cinnabomba, in 2023. Essentially. Essentially. I thought that was the whole point of this whole sicky dicky dicky doo 2020 business. I thought that was the whole point, was to purge. But you people are like cockroaches. You're too strong. They couldn't get you. They couldn't get all of us. We're still here. Anyway. At least it's not Canada. So I'm glad I met my wife. Got myself that fast pass immigration route. And yes, I do genuinely love her. Well, I'm glad you genuinely love her. Yeah, we don't let the Canadians in. Sorry, Lucy. Alright. Dang, Sena knows. I'm still stuck in Canada. Oh no, a Canadian! Getting close to ready for cake time. Yee! 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 Yeah. What is it? I see a new kind of fool every day. He just really had to pee. He was smiling because he had to pee? Smiling. I passed! I have to pee! No, Canadians cannot purchase guns no more. Oh no, you're in Canada. Who, me? No. No, I'm American through and through. Thank you. Oh, knowing the, oh, Canada. It's a fun meme. I like to sing it to people when I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada. I'm like, oh, Canada. And I'm like, see, I know your culture. I know. Oh my gosh. Hi, welcome to freedom. How do you feel? How does it feel? Our money is not rainbow colored. Do you feel like you're in a real place now? You're not using Monopoly money. You're welcome. All right. A boots Canada. Does Canada even have a culture anymore? I don't know. I've never been. I don't know. I only know what TV tells me. TV good, Canada bad. Welcome to freedom, quote unquote. When are you playing the South Park games to prove how American you are? I don't even own South Park games. That's how American I am. Maple syrup and all your sentences with A and apologize a lot. I'm so sorry. Ayo. I will not stand for this slander. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Shoot me? Oh, you can't. You don't got a gun. You're gonna bring a knife to a gunfight, Dingleberry. All right. Well, at least the Canadian mountains look nice. Did you know Canada has no gold reserves? Like 0? Really? Was that true? Totally not pirated South Park games. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pirate it. Your whore, mateys. Your money smells like maple syrup. My money smells like faintly of cocaine and sweat. We are not the same. Flavor, color. Adding unnecessary use. Canada isn't even real. Exactly. It's just a bunch of skinwalkers. Don't listen to them. Listen only to the sound of my voice. Yeah, bye. Canada is a great value brand, USA. Yeah, and they're still sucking on the teat of the English. Ugh, couldn't be us. Gun reviews, yes, on Tuesday. Tuesday. Right, I believe so. Cha. All right. Let's see. Let me double check. Hold on. I'm trying to like load this up. Cinnabon bonnet flavor. Yes, it's for Tuesday. Yes. I was like, who? Yes, it's a cursed gun review, but I'm sure I'll throw some love like, these are my favorites, because tism. The Pipkin is strong with this one. She gets the based from her Pippa, yes. Canada worship their king. It is kind of weird. I know it's a king now, right? Although, like, he's close to the grave too, right? I'm sure they'll keep him alive for as long as they can, though. Anyway, it's been real, guys. Is there any more questions? Any more comments? Any more concerns? Anything at all? Anything at all? Good stream. Thank you, Based. He's got a strong 100-year resume ahead. Don't worry. I'm sure. Or regime. I'm so sorry. I probably read that very wrong. Dumb stuff. Okay. Can you play Tarkov? I could definitely do a Tarkov stream. I am not the best gamer, so I don't like playing like newer games or shooter games that much in front of people, because I know at least like based on my own brothers like freaking the heck out on me of being like, Sena, what are you doing? I wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't do it that way. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. I just won't play. How about that? So I might make people mad because I don't do things in ways that like you normally would. So yeah. Very ADHD kind of gamer where I'm just like, oh, look at the map. Oh, I'm gonna walk around. Oh, I just got a headshot. Whoops. So, and I'm really bad at like anytime I have to aim my gun to shoot. Not great at that. Not great at that. I'm like, wait, I gotta use this one to shoot. Hold on, I gotta aim it. Oh, I'm dead. So it's fine. You can bully chat when you're doing that. Yeah, or something. Can I get a hoya? Hoya? Or a croissant. There you go. A birthday. Sena is a stubborn gamer, much like my sisters. Yes. Yes. Just do a members only stream for it, then we will backseat nicer. I don't mind the backseating. That doesn't usually actually get to me. That doesn't actually get to me. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like, meh. It's more like I'm panicking on the inside, like, I'm doing so shit, what the frig? Ah! I've lived in America before. How you think I'm gonna go for having to move back to this damn icebox was really rough though. Literally backwards apes in the northeast coast. What? I'm not a backseat gamer. Try getting over it. It'll make for a nice relaxing stream. Hi. I feel like that's not true. I feel like you're lying. Anyways, it has been very nice talking to you guys. No FU chat from Sena. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't really like saying that to people because it seems kind of mean. I don't really like saying like kill yourself. Like I don't like saying that kind of stuff to people. It just seems mean. I don't mind like teasing, but I don't want to like straight up be mean to people. Like it just, I don't know. It's just not me. It's just not me. I'm sorry. Cynical. You're just too wholesome or something. I don't know. I know that like some people words can really like have meaning for them, and even though I'm not one of those people, I can at least empathize with it. So yeah. You'll get used to it one day. I don't know. I learned new tips to improve my meal prepping. Good. I'll leave the mean to your bunny mom. Yeah, do that. She'll be mean to you if you're looking for mean. Sometimes you gotta be mean. There's a difference, I think, between being direct than being mean. Just looking at someone and being like, no, isn't mean. It's just being direct. I don't know. Maybe I just look at it differently. Anyways, I don't like being mean. Meanwhile, her mom, F you, check yourself, you're all worthless. And you guys eat it up. I usually tune out during that point. I'm like, no, mama. Or I just laugh. I'm like, ha ha ha, chat's being dorks. You're being weird. That's what you get, you weirdos. Anyways, goodbye. Enjoy my my end screen. Bye. Bye. Otsuban. Oh, okay. So weeb. All right. Bye, guys.
Ow.